Good morning, children. How are you? Hope you and your family members are fine. Don't waste your time, children. Kindly spend your valuable time in a useful way during these quarantine days. Today, I would like to start a new topic on friendship. Let me give an in-depth meaning for this title, friendship. What do you mean by ship? It's nothing but a transport for moving people or goods by sea. But when it sinks into the water, it causes a problem. In the same way, you have to select a good friend, otherwise you may face many obstacles in your life. You might have friends from childhood days, isn't it, children? In this lesson, we are gonna see about two main characters, VIII and Asif. Who are they? What happened to them? Let's start the lesson. Unit 2, Pros, Friendship. Section 1 deals with VIII. Before that, let's see the warm-up questions. Question number 1. Do you have any childhood friendship that are still strong today? Question number 2. Do you make friendship with others easily? Question number 3. Share an incident that you remember proudly of your friends. Analyze yourself and finally answer these questions at the end of the lesson by doing your assignments. Paragraph 1. VIII was once a successful businessman in Coimbatore. VIII Constructions was once a leading construction company. His company constructed many shopping complexes, houses and a few apartments in and around Coimbatore. Everything went well until his father died. After his father's death, his brothers demanded to split the wealth as they wanted to start their business separately. Explanation of the passage. VIII was once a successful businessman in Coimbatore and his company was once a leading construction company. His company constructed many shopping complexes, houses and a few apartments in and around Coimbatore. Everything went on well, but unfortunately his father died and his brothers demanded to split the wealth for their own businesses. Second paragraph. From then on, VIII found it difficult to establish his business. He took loans to run his company, but he could not pay the loan. So he sold all his properties and paid the loans. VIII's family now lived in a very small home. The second paragraph describes about his difficulties. Here, he found it difficult to establish his business. So, he took loans to run his company, but he could not pay the loan. He sold all his properties to pay the loans and started to live in a very small home. Third paragraph. VIII found a job and started to lead a normal life. But he always longed to start a new construction company. But he did not know how to get money to start a company. No one was ready to lend him money. One day, as he discussed with his wife said, "Why don't you ask your friend Asif? You often said that you were good friends." VIII replied, "Yes, but he is in Chennai. He is very busy with his business. I don't think it would be easy to meet him." Wife asked, "Why don't you give it a try?" VIII said, "I haven't seen him for a long time. What will he think of me if I ask him to help now?" Wife said, "Then forget the idea to start a new business." VIII, after a deep thought, decided to meet his friend. He told his wife about his decision and took the next available train to Chennai. Third paragraph explains about VIII's wish and his wife's idea. Now, VIII found a new job and started to lead a normal life. His wish was to start a new company, but no one was ready to lend him money. When he discussed with his wife, she gave an idea to meet his friend Asif. Asif was in Chennai and he was a great businessman, so he felt very uneasy to get help from him after a long time. and also he said he will be thinking bad of him. Suddenly, his wife told to forget the idea of starting a new business. Finally, he decided to meet his friend and he boarded a train to Chennai. Section 2. Section 2 clearly explains about their memorable days in Keelakudi village near Coimbatore. First paragraph. On the day of his travel, Vetri boarded the train. His memory went back to his school days. They lived in the beautiful village Keelakudi near Coimbatore. The village had a middle school in the outskirts. It's in this school where Vetri had met Asif. The students and teachers of the school would never forget Vetri and Asif and their friendship. They were always together in learning and playing. Explanation of the passage. When Vetri boarded the train, his memory went back to his school days. They lived in the beautiful village of Keelakudi, Coimbatore. The village had a middle school in the outer parts of the city. In that school, Vetri met Asif. Teachers and friends never forget Vetri and Asif because both of them were good friends. Not only that, they were always together in learning and playing. Second paragraph. Their friendship started on the first day of school. When Vetri's parents dropped him at the school, he started crying. Asif consoled him with a chocolate and said, "Don't cry, we will play after the bell." After that day, stayed together, played together and even exchanged their food. Their friendship grew stronger with time. They were always good in studies and helping each other in lessons. They also helped others with their lessons. Second paragraph describes about their meeting. On the first day of school, Vetri's parents dropped him at the school. He started to cry. At that time, Asif consoled him by giving chocolates and even shared his food to him. Their friendship grew stronger by this action and they also studied good and helped others in their learning. Third paragraph. One day, there was a quarrel between Vetri and Asif's families and both families stopped talking to each other. To everyone's surprise, they continued to be good friends. There was always a healthy competition between them. Surprisingly, the exam, the results and the marks never affected their friendship. Their friendship continued till 10th standard. Then Vetri moved to Coimbatore and Asif to Chennai. Asif started his business in Chennai and settled there. Vetri always wanted to meet his friend but never had the chance to visit Chennai. Third paragraph deals with the balancing of their friendship. One day, their families quarreled and stopped talking to each other. But Vetri and Asif never broke their friendship. There was always a healthy competition between them, but it never affected them. Their friendship continued till 10th standard. Then Vetri moved to Coimbatore and Asif moved to Chennai and settled there. Vetri thought of meeting his friend Asif but couldn't get a chance to visit Chennai. Section 3 will be continued in the next class, children. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.